anyway, because it just does what it does. But if I want to go somewhere in my imagination, it's like having really, really lubricated hands on the steering wheel. You can get some degrees on in there and kind of get around the neighborhoods you want to check into, but golly, does that wheel get wrenched on a dime. But not right now. We could go back to talking about music again, couldn't we? I don't want to. More interesting just now was the thinking when I remembered where the phone is. The lens is basically 6 inches in front of my belly button. What a strange world that must be to live there at that level, like I did when I was just a little yodeling bab. Black wasp just flew by me, reminding me of yesterday's compost adventures. Whew, fun times. Deadly times. That wasp did not want to let go of the compost bin. Followed me to the back, followed me around the yard. Didn't want me putting anything in or taking anything out of the compost bin, but I did it anyway. Whew. He was not having it. I thought there were multiples, but either half of them were dead or this was the same wasp that had simply molted a couple of times and the previous exoskeleton simply remained very dark. Of course, a lot of dust and cobwebs and things on the compost bin. So everything's discolored on it. Compost bin, green bin, whatever you call that. Whatever function it serves. For me, it's both. Tinder and foliage, and also things that I'm deliberately thinking of in terms of the realm of compost. It's not been a long run, but it's been a good one. I've got a video call in a few minutes here. This is kind of perfect. I feel like we've really rallied and regrouped. I was just not going to stay inside all day. I wasn't going to do it. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't want to sit in the tepid doldrums. The motionless, inertia, fraught, grindy gear of the tepid doldrums. You know, I never even looked up that word. I learned about that word the way that most people I know learned about that word, from the movie The Phantom Tollbooth, which I haven't seen in probably 5 years or more. God, maybe more, 10. Some thoughts occurred on that movie. Wasn't it a book too? I remember pretty clearly a moment when the protagonist was beckoned to take a pile of sand from one side of himself to the other side, a foot or two away. Big sand pile. he was provided with tweezers to do it. 1 grain at a time. Which is funny because his hands could have done a much better job. Or a shovel. I believe he set about doing it, though, for a minute. Which reminds me of the old Buddhist proverb, notion of master and student pouring tea, student clumsily doing it, or putting some but not all attention into it, and the master calmly regarding his people and saying, hey, you know, what you want to do with your life experience, your life practice, is to operate as if it was your job for all eternity to pour that tea as perfectly and more perfectly every time, forever and ever and ever. Your one job, this one cup of tea. That's your whole existence. That's how you want to pour that tea. As if it were your cosmic duty. And of course, I assumed that by extension he meant everything. Take this step as if this single step was the purpose with which you were charged with negotiating reality for all eternity. You had one job. You got one job. Which I guess you could root that back down to the infrastructure, to the substrate of pay attention. Just pay attention. Go a little slower. Give it its due time, whatever it is. How many steps did we just take? A couple of 100? 1,000? 2,000? I have no idea. Frustrating notions. Yeah, you know, we're okay. We made it. We made it, and the time is 40. Which means we have more than one episode on our hands. Unwind the wire. Ooh, I got pinky drip. On a balmy Wednesday. Well, isn't this our little pattern? We run, we talk, we laugh, we cry, we hug. We judge, we forgive. We learn and we forget. And we come right back here. This feels like a weird playback to watch, so it's going to be interesting to actually do that today. Maybe not today, I don't know. I guess if I get inside quickly enough, I can get some eggs on toast. I'm out of butter. No. Maybe just some eggs. Oh, but I just got some sourdough. Conundrums. Hey, thanks for joining me. It's been a weird one. This has been Hungovercast with your casual host, lazily dripping through the day. Whew. Okay. Relief. You ever notice that when you just feel really, really cathartic and good? Or not even cathartic, but just when you feel right, just really right, and you have the urge to just sigh every exhale. I just pushed a sweat tear out of my left eye. Better out than in, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to do the thing where we end together. A couple of breaths. I salute you for your wonder, your excellence, your immortal spirit, whatever. I just salute. Do I need a reason? I just salute you. How about that? Thank you for being here. It's been my pleasure to bring you along on a ride along with moi, him that so being, Justin, aka the running of man, aka Monkey Brains Padfoot McGillicuddy 2.0 on a Wednesday. 3 breaths, and we'll say salud. Ready? 1, 2, 3. As if it were my life's purpose to breathe the perfect 3 breaths. Ooh. Thank you, my friends. I'll catch you again on the ride on out next time. Goodbye.